back to another episode of Cities Skylines here on Potato Head Plays, and we're back here in the city of Birna, Tarn, following this ore truck on his way down to our industry area that we've been building over at the back of the city there. It's a nice little journey through the town we've got ahead of us, but there's lots of things I want to do in the city today, a few things I want to add, so I'm really excited to get started. So we'll just follow this truck on the end of his journey down the windy road into the industry area, and then we'll jump straight in. Okay, so one of the first things I want to do is just have a quick look at this industry area, because we've still not quite got enough workers to level it up. So I'm not going to spend too much time over here today, but I am just going to extend this road here, and we're going to add something else in. What can we add just to boost those worker numbers? Yeah, one of these in there will be nice. And you can see that's got 45 workers, so hopefully once we add some water and heat to it, that will boost up and that'll be really good. And the park's fine. I'm just going to add the advertisement campaign policy so that we get people over there, which is great. So what do I want to do today? Well, clean up this lake is the first thing. So I'm going to buy this square that gives us access to the river, and I'm just going to move all 3 of these sewage outlets, make sure they're downstream, and place them down here. And then we'll have to hook these up with some pipes. And obviously there's no road to follow over here, so we're just going to run it up like this for now, just make sure that one's connected. And once we do develop this area, we'll try and remember to fix those pipes so that they are under the roads, but that will do for now. Apply some electricity and we're all good to go. So we can delete that, and that should start to clean up in no time. Tidy up the pipes under the ground there as well. So that should start to clear up. We're going to do a couple of other things whilst that does happen. So what I want to do today, there's a couple of list of things. The first thing I want to do is upgrade some roads, because I think this new area we built last time looks really good with the proper tarmac roads rather than just the gravel roads. But I'm not going to upgrade every road. I'm just going to pick some kind of key main roads around the city and upgrade them. And hopefully as well, because they have a slightly higher speed limit than the gravel road, that means that our citizens will start to use these almost as like collector roads, I suppose, which I didn't want to worry too much about roadway hierarchy over here, but you know, if it's an added bonus and it looks nice, that's all good. So it's not going to be the most interesting watch. I might have to play around with a few bits to get this to work. We are going to lose some zoning, so I'm going to speed through it, and I'll be back with you once it's done. And then just on these roads that are linking up to the main roads, I'm just applying asymmetric roads at the end there. So that just means there'll be a couple of turning lanes. Hopefully it will just help traffic to flow better in the future. And look at that, I'm actually really pleased with how that's turned out. I might just add in one more along down here somewhere so that people coming towards the school and whatnot have a better road to go on. And then I think we'll be just about done. Yeah, pretty happy with that. We've got a few problems flashing up around the city. We'll get to those in the future, but I'm not too worried about that for now. Oh, and excellent, the water's already starting to clear up. So another thing I want to do whilst we wait is use this little bit of land here. And I think you look at the views that it offers and its location. I think I'd really like to make this into some kind of nature reserve. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark it out as a park over here. And then we've got to think about how we want to set this up. So there's this little kind of opening at the front here, so I'm going to make use of that, and what I'm going to do is run a gravel road along the edge of the highway here. And if you go node by node on the freeform road tool and just line them up like that, you'll get a nice parallel road. Sometimes they're a bit tricky, but you can usually line them up, and I think that'll be about right. And look at that, that's lovely and parallel with the main road. And then I think I want the gate to kind of go with that kind of view on an angle there, so I'm just going to turn off all my snap twos and run a road kind of at this angle. And then if we drop the main entrance in this gap here, look, there we go. And as you come down the road, yeah, that's what I want, so it's kind of visible from the main road there. I like that. So let's add a bit of a path out the front here. And what I kind of want to do, oh, we've got, what's this, a bear? Oh dear. Well, you know, some wildlife for the people to see outside of the park. Excellent. But what I want to do with this path is I want to try and make it look like an old path, maybe an old road or something heading back up towards the city. So we have to think about how we're going to do this, try and make it look like it's been developed over. First thing I'm going to do is connect these roads up there, and then I want to add a little path in here so that there's walking opportunities from the main city. There we go. And then let's go back to our path, because I want it to kind of look like, yeah, there was an existing kind of old road there that we've just built over. You know, as developments happened, it's just built over and it's kind of neglected. So we'll try and line this up here. I'm not sure that's quite right. Now let's delete that. I think we can get a better angle on that from over here. Yep, there we go. And then we'll do a kind of a curved road here back up there. Excellent. I like that. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of vibe I was going for. And then we'll add some water or heating and water through here, because a few of the buildings might need it once we get going. And then we can get rid of these traffic lights. A stop sign will be more than enough. It's not going to get too busy along there, so we just want to prioritize that through movement and make sure we're not holding up traffic too much. So pretty pleased with that. What are we going to do next? Well, we need to start making a path. So what I'm going to do is try and find some sort of natural openings through these trees. It's not always going to be possible, but you can see there's some spots where there's kind of small clearings. So we're going to weave through there, and we're just going to first of all come all the way around. And I think I'm actually going to put another gate in over this side. Yep, just a side gate can go there. Want it right on the end. And then we'll hook that up with the nature reserve path again. And I'm not using any lights on these paths. I'm using the paths without the lights because I want this to feel like a really kind of natural. I don't want them to feel necessarily like paths. I want them to feel like spaces that have been carved out by just people adventuring. So that's what we're going for. Again, here you go. You can see there's kind of a little loop here that's empty of trees. So we'll come back and use the other side of that. And then we'll bring a path right to the end there so people can enjoy that view. Finish the loop over this side. And then I think we can add a couple more paths in just to make this give people lots of options when they're visiting. You know, maybe people want to walk down one way and then walk back another way. Yeah, and I like that. I think that's really good. We can just have one more path kind of coming through this way. Excellent. So that's pretty good. Where are we at? So we're obviously going to need a lot more entertainment before this is finished. And we're going to call this Birna Woods, which... Bear Woods. We like that. We've already seen a bear hanging around here. So a few campsite fire sites make this kind of feel like you can get lost at night time there. And actually, I wonder if we can create a small little camping spot for people, you know, as if they're on a big hike through the mountains and this is their little stopover for the night. So we'll do this and we'll add a little campfire at the end, and then we'll just put a couple of these tents around, make it look like there's a group of hikers who are coming for a walk. And this is their home for the night. Different tents. Excellent. What else have we got? Nothing else really. We can probably add a few of the little detaily bits in here. We'll add some trees just to make it feel nice and secluded. So it's a real kind of glade opening up that they found in the woods. And then chuck a table down for them to enjoy a picnic at. Maybe a little pop-up table that they brought with them in one of their bags. A couple of camping chairs where they can enjoy a coffee or something in the morning. Little side table, excellent. And then, actually no, we don't want a well. We want to make it feel really quite in the middle of nowhere. And I'm happy with that. And to be honest, there you go, look, more than enough to get to level 1. So we just need to wait for the people to visit. A few bits of detailing out the front then, I think. So we can add a sign, you know, as you walk in, it's going to tell you a bit about the area. And then I want to fence this area in. So we'll run a fence along this path here. And then I don't want to fence the whole thing off. I don't think that's necessary. We probably just want to kind of fence to where the trees sort of start. So maybe around here. And then similar out on the other side. Oh, hang on. We've got a few issues going off here. So let's just put another sewage outlet in and hook that up. And heating as well. So whilst we're on it, let's just do it. Chuck another boiler station in. Got lots of expansion planned, so we'll be slightly overproducing for now, but once we've expanded a bit more, and look at that, everybody's happy again, all taken care of, and our park info booth is burnt down. I didn't see that happen, but because we don't have the natural disasters response unit building thing. We can't just rebuild it, so I'm gonna have to delete it and chuck it back in, but that's fine. That's all taken care of. And what were we doing? We were putting paths down. So I'm gonna get the nature reserve path again and kind of run a path around this way and connect these up where we can. And then again out the back here, probably just to the start of the trees. Excellent. And look at that, pretty pleased with how that's turned out. We're going to add a couple of trees just along here to make it kind of look like this was an avenue, an old road, like I said before. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty good. We'll just wait for some people to go and visit. You can already see there's lots of wildlife in there. Look, what's this one? Oh, well, he's running away, but it's a moose. It was a moose. So, you know, there's bears, there's moose. I think I saw a wolf around there at one point. So I think this would be a really nice part of the city, and people would definitely visit it. So that's looking really good. Oh, and there you go. Our ore factories leveled up. Perfect timing. We've got a few problems in the city, so I'm not going to worry about the ore mine at the moment. I want to focus on the city, and you can see we seem to be having a bit of a death wave, and we only have the one cemetery at the moment, so I'm going to build another one back here. I'm not going to focus too much on fully detailing it like we did with the last one. I'm just going to chuck a bit of vegetation around the edge and a few trees just to kind of make it feel a bit more secluded, a bit more private. But I think it's quite a nice location for it on the end of that road there with a bit of a vista behind it. Yeah, it's quite a nice spot with those trees just framing it. Excellent. Yeah, that's nice. And hopefully we'll start to see some of those dead people icons disappear. Although another thing I thought is, yeah, they're all in this middle section actually where we don't have a health centre. So now we're making a bit of money. Maybe we should just pop another health centre in there somewhere. Yeah, it's not pollution, there's no water pollution or anything like that. And maybe it's just a healthcare, so we'll drop another health centre in. Lots of happy people. Yeah, this is getting there. There's a long way to go in terms of the worker numbers we need for the next level, so I'm not going to worry about that just now. But what we are going to do is worry about getting the people that we need to fill those jobs and buy another square and then keep expanding our development around the lake here. So you can see we can get a lot closer to the lake in this bit of land than we have elsewhere. So I'm going to grab this bit of road and again try and avoid any trees, try and respect all the nature that's there. Run this road along the edge of this kind of beach bit we've got, and we're not going to develop houses on the beach. This will kind of pretty much just run parallel along the end here, but then maybe just deviate slightly along this bit. And those are some pretty long blocks, so we will have to connect those up, but then maybe just one more kind of running along this edge here. And then if we connect up a few spots so that we don't have these mega long blocks, that makes more connectivity for people and for cars and everything else. A couple of cul-de-sacs, everyone's favourite thing, just to fill up the space. We can probably connect that through there. One over here as well, and then fill up these spaces a little bit. And obviously as we buy that next square, these will eventually loop all the way around and connect up with kind of the original part of Birna Tarn, but that's amazing. A few extra paths dropped in so that there's lots of footpath connectivity. And yeah, that's pretty nice. So what services are we going to want? We're going to need some healthcare over here. We're going to need some schools. Probably not another high school. Maybe a library. No, we're going to leave that. We've got an elementary school in there, but we'll just put fire and police in because I don't want to rush a high school if I'm going to build one. So we'll save that for now and see what we can do. And then we'll start to do some zoning. So I'm not going to zone along the outside of that cliff edge there because they're going to have amazing views as it is. So we'll leave that. It's probably similar. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to get rid of these bits and do the same thing. Oh, I missed one there. We'll get rid of that in a moment. But yeah, we'll fill in that section. And then, yeah, just a big chunk of commercial here, which I've not done very well. So I'm going to have to tidy that up a little bit. And they're starting to grow out really quickly and they're already yelling at me about water and heating and power, so we'll have to sort that out. But let's just think about this zoning. So I'm not zoning on the beach like I said, but these are going to be some really nice lakefront houses, and then I think we can pretty much just fill everything else in. Maybe one more street to fill this space, which we can then fill the space on the other side with something a bit bigger. How big is this snow? No, that's not very big, but we'll chuck a couple of them in along here. I I think this one's a bit bigger. Yeah, that's nice. The campfire park there. So that's a bit of an asset to the community. I like that. And we'll fill that zoning all in. Just everywhere with residential, really. We've got plenty of commercial, and there is a bit of a need for industry, but we're going to take care of that. Really, it's just residential, get that population up at the moment. And then I think we can just add one more connection through here. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice just to round that off. And then because these guys are yelling so loud about it, let's just put some water and heating pipes in. I think the electricity's connected up as things have developed, so that's all good. And then this area should start to fill out nicely. Nice. So you can see that pollution's disappearing in the lake, and I think that's going to be really nice, a really nice asset. You can see we've got a few problems down here, not enough buyers for products. I'm going to sort this all out in the future. For now, I'm just going to crank that up, which is actually a win-win because it means we'll make more money from it. We could maybe add some more like storage things in, which will solve the problem, but I don't really want to do that right now. Let's do it properly in another episode. I wonder if there's any unique factories, any plastics for that, which we don't have yet, so we can't do that one. Plastics for that, which we don't have. Yeah, so no, we'll do a proper job of that in a future episode. It seems to be running okay for now. But the last thing I want to do today is develop this shorefront, and I spoke about getting this cross-country ski park in before, and I think now that the lake's clearing up, now's the time. So my aim for this little area is actually to create kind of like a real leisure area in the town that maybe tourists come to. So, you know, you've got this cross-country skiing park here, which maybe people come far and wide to ski along the Tarn here. And then what I also want to do is getting this riding stable. So I picture this as, obviously we're in the snow. Maybe if this place is seasonal, in the summer they would offer horse riding. In the winter it'd be things like sleigh rides. I know like LiQWYD in Canada, you can do a sleigh ride out on the lake. So maybe that's something we would offer here if and when the lake ever freezes over. But yeah, I like that quite a lot. And then I want to connect it all up along the edge of the beach bit here, because eventually I'm going to detail this with all, you know, a place to eat along the beach and make it like a real holiday destination. Maybe the people from the cities nearby, they own some holiday homes here and they like to come out in the summer. And yeah, so we want to make this like a real feature of the city. Birna Tarn is all about the lake, the Tarn, and we want to make sure that that's the highlight of the city. So what I also want to do is make sure that there's kind of access around the whole lake. It would maybe be a bit of a walk that people do. And yeah, along here you're going to have to walk along the road because it's a bit more elevated, but eventually there'll be a footpath or a foot pedestrian path all the way around the edge of the park, which I think will be great. And the other thing I want to get in is this snowmobile track. So again, it's snowmobiling in the winter. If there is ever a summer here, maybe it's quad biking, that kind of thing. And I think there's a perfect space for it over here. So let's run this road out. I know we've just placed a path there, but we can make that road follow along there and stick this snowmobiling in just there. I think that's really nice. I love these assets because you get the moving parts to it. So you've got the horse in the riding stables, and you can watch the snowmobiles go round and round in the snowmobiling track. It's really cool, and it's those little things that really actually bring the city to life. So I'm pleased with that. And then we've got this clearing of woods that we kind of respected here when we were building the houses. So we're just going to run a path through it, and this will connect up all those cul-de-sacs, connect up the town. I think it's really nice. We can probably squeeze that in. Oh, we did destroy a house. I was hoping we wouldn't have to destroy a house for that, but we did. That's all right. We'll just connect all these bits up. Provides foot connectivity, and it's also just a nice little area for people to go. So really pleased with actually how this has turned out, to say we haven't done any detailing on it yet, and we will do. This area is far from finished. I'll do kind of a detailing episode, but look at that. I'm really happy with that. I think along here these houses they're slowly starting to fill out, but look at the view. That's why I didn't zone on the other side. Look at the view they get. Yeah, it's over the highway, but the view in the distance makes it worth it. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you same time, same place next week.